Welcome back everyone to Bendy and the Dark Revival. We're picking up in part 4. This is chapter 3. We will be completing the entirety of chapter 3 in this video. It's probably the shortest one so far. We'll start by opening up that door and immediately turn around and recharge your gent pipe before we enter the new area. So here, we're going to take a left, open up this locker, and inside is an Illusion of Living book. There is no way to keep track, like in your pause menu, there's no way to keep track of the Illusion of Living books. So just make sure that you pick up every single one that you see me pick up, and you should get the trophy for that, no problem. Here in this next room, we're picking up a memo off of the seat. This is the waiting room, I guess, for the elevator. I think it might be called Elevator Alley. Look around, there are several items that you can pick up in this area. You can make some gent cards if you need to do that. In here, there's a vending machine if you need it, and we have to break the padlock to get into the next area. Now over here, we can't get through the doorway on the right. This door is opened by your gent pipe. So since we're so close to the recharge station, I'm going to immediately run back and recharge my gent pipe. You do not have to do this, but I always like to have a fully charged pipe just in case. We immediately go back to where we came from. So to get into the elevator room over there, we're going to have to find a different way around. First, we'll come into this room that we just unlocked. Take all of the items out of the lockers. And open up this gent locker. There's nothing vitally important in here, but there's always useful items inside, and occasionally they do refill. If you leave the area and then return later, the gent locker will be lit up and you can reopen it if you wish. So here we can't open that door. We're going to go to the left instead. In this area, and search the locker. I don't think there's anything in there. And on this side, we'll have to move this cart out of the way so that we can crawl underneath the hole in the fence and get around to the elevator. There is a hiding spot there. We can come and break the padlock here on this door so that we can enter this way. We will be coming back through here a couple of times, so it's convenient to have that. Now when we go down the stairs, make sure you go down the left stairs. We're going to see the ink demon in front of us. Run toward him, break the weak wall on our left, and hide inside. Once he passes, we can pick up the memo. I saved my game, which again, do that frequently. especially when the ink demon is around. He does not respawn you in an inkwell. It's a game over. Once we push the button on the elevator, we'll have a shortcut scene. I have cut it out for you. And we're going to fall down the elevator shaft and encounter our first boss. Here, what you want to do, you'll have to hit the clasps on, it's like every other pillar has a clasp on it. Here on the wall is a coffee machine. It's 15 slugs and you get a full health refill. There are 4 clasps. You want to hit all 4 3 times each to lower the platform. Once that's done, we will actually see the boss. All of these little ink spiders, at this point, there is no reason to hit them because they will just continue to respawn indefinitely. So just run around, hit each pillar until all 4 clasps are hit 3 times. And then this guy, you'll want to hide behind a pillar, go around one side to hit him. Usually 3 hits and he goes away. He's going to run and crawl back into that hole, and now the little small ink spiders will come after you. These you do want to kill. Once you kill them all, the large spider will come back out of his hole. And again, you'll hide behind a pillar, wait to see what side he goes to, and try to, just go forward a little bit, hit him, and wait for him to strike. See, he runs back. We're going to run back to our coffee machine, get a full health refill, and wait for those little ink spiders to come. We're going to get rid of all of them, and then we'll have to fight the large spider again. So I think at this point there is still one small spider chasing us. I'm really just looking for the coffee machine at this point. Yes, there's still one. Get rid of him. And then the Widow King returns. This should be the last time. We're gonna, again, hide behind the pillar. Try to avoid his attacks if you can. And 5 hits, he's down, and we have earned the Crawling Killer trophy. So over here we can unlock this door with our gent pipe. And these wires that are sparking over here, we can actually recharge our pipe by sticking in the wires. Probably not the safest option, but in an ink world, I guess, nothing's really safe. So why not? So we just opened up that door, but we're going to return to the middle. And we're going to look for a small alcove in the hole in the top. This is where we fell through. Here we want to flow up. If you do it correctly, Audrey should grab on to the ledge and pull herself up. We're going to flow up one more time. And to the left is a weak wall that we can break. As we go through here, it's just a single room. But in this room, there are several items that we can grab. And there is also a memory. After picking up our 5th memory, we want to climb up the wall, go back through the crouching tunnel the same way that we came, and then we want to drop back down into the area where we fought the Widow King. You can go ahead and refill your health there at the coffee machine, and then we're going to go down this hallway. You want to turn to the right and break open this barrel in the corner because there is an illusion of living book inside. Do not forget that book. We're just going to follow along the path here. We'll talk to Alice through this pipe here. That conversation is not super important. And as we open up this door, we'll see Bendy again. Unfortunately, Bendy is now afraid of us since we accidentally used our powers when we touched his hand. So we're just going to follow the path that he took. There are several items along the way. Make sure to pick them up. You will be needing them to try and get that upgrade that we couldn't get on our gent pipe earlier. We're going to try and get that at the next charge station, I think. I mean the next gent upgrade station. Here we break this padlock. On the shelf to the left in this room, there is an illusion of living book on the shelf on the wall. Don't forget to pick that up. Then we're going to descend these stairs and we will officially enter the sewers. Now as we come through here, we're going to have a cutscene with Mr. Joey Drew. I'm fast forwarding through this. It's not skippable, so we have to talk to him. He just basically wants us to follow him, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have to interact with him a few more times. So you'll see quite a bit of fast forwarding. Which of course, if you're playing, you can go ahead and watch those cutscenes. But just for the sake of making this video as short as possible, I'm fast forwarding through.
But completely removed from the march of time.
Now once he opens this door, there are several items in this room that we're going to want to grab, which of course we cannot grab them until he's finished with all of his dialogue.
That never came from my pen. The worst ones call themselves keepers. Dangerous, deadly folks. They've taken over the old gent workshop just beyond the sewers, trying to bring what they call order to this world, freezing the cycle in place, changing the script. Whatever answers you're looking for.
As he's finishing up here, we'll grab the items from the shelf and the sink to our left. On the right, there is a gent toolbox with a lot of items inside that will be useful to us. These little batteries sometimes are so hard to grab. On the bed, there is a memo. You'll want to make sure to pick that up. And then there is also a shelf above the bed with an illusion of living book on it. We want to grab that. And once we finish that, we can continue on with Joey's dialogue.
Memory.
And he'll basically tell us he himself is just a memory. And as we go through the door, we can see his tombstone. Which is, I mean, if you played the first game, you already knew that he wasn't around anymore, but it's a nice touch. Here through this next room, there's a memo on top of the desk. Make sure to pick that up. And as we come into this next area, we again see Bendy. And he runs away. So here we are right above the sewers. This area can be confusing. When you first exit the door, turn right and we can pick up that audio log from underneath the steel beam that's leaned up against the wall. We'll come back around this way and immediately go to the other side. There is a gent charge station here, which we'll be needing at some point. There's a vending machine all the way at the end. Another gent toolbox here. And we're going to go to the area in the middle and pull the switch to open up the pipeway. Here, let's see if we can upgrade our gent pipe. We're not quite there yet. We're missing one tool, so we'll have to come back later and do that. See what I mean? I've been picking up every single thing and still don't have enough yet. After doing all that, I did save. The ink demon does appear pretty often down here. He appears pretty much everywhere, but you know, it's good to have those saves down. So here we're going to go up the right side ladder and open up the locker. The one with the vent hole in the front is a hiding locker. Now, in this area, the first place that we want to go is to the left side. So from where we entered the sewer, I'm checking everything right now, but this is what I mean about it can be a little confusing to explain. So when you first come in, we went up the right ladder and then we crossed the bridge going to the left, and we want to continue on to the left into this room. You want to break that stand up. It's blocking a hole that we can crouch through. And then we can get into this room that there's no other way to enter. Pick up the audio log off of the table. And on the other side of the room, we want to pull this switch on the wall. It's going to give us access to another area. We exit out the same way that we came. There's a hiding crate here, thank goodness. Again, we're going to exit out. We're going to make a right. And then go left over the little bridge that connects the two sides and go straight into this hallway. As we open up that door, you can open up these gent toolboxes. Oh, there's the piece that we needed to upgrade our gent pipe. We finally have that, which is great. Come to the end. The switch we pulled unlocked this security locked crawl space. And in here, we have another ink upgrade. So this ink upgrade will be number 6. So we are 2/3 of the way to being completely upgraded. After collecting our ink upgrade number 6, we're going to exit out the same way that we came in. And we're going to turn right. And this hallway here, this brings us to another area that looks very similar to the one that we were just in. Through here, we're going to turn to the right. There's another little bridge that will allow us to cross to the other side. There is a door we can open with our gent pipe. On this barrel in the far corner is another memo. Be sure to pick that up. I guess I forgot to grab that earlier. And then we're going to unlock this door. Once we unlock this door, this is going to start us with our drain puzzle. We have to complete this puzzle in order to progress through the area where we kind of we're gonna be messing with the ink that's inside the drains. There's a hiding closet there if you need it. Now through here, that door was not open previously, so we couldn't access this area. Pulling that lever, open this, and we're going to push the emergency overflow button. It's going to drain the ink out of the pipe. Then we're going to go down here, and this blinking light, we are going to interact with the cap there and then climb the ladder to get out. And of course the ink demon comes, so we're going to find a hiding spot. Again, I did save there. Every time the ink demon appears, it's just another reminder to save when possible. So here we're going to go to the left, back down the hall into the very first area. We're now being greeted by these lost ones that are followers of Amok, who is apparently the leader down in the sewers here. We're just gonna get rid of these guys, and hopefully, I think there's only 3. Each time we press the emergency overflow button, 3 more of these people appear. I think maybe the last time it might be 4, but it's usually roughly 3. So we're going to get rid of them, and then we can continue on with the ink puzzle. Now that we have gotten rid of all of those pesky lost ones, we're going to go back over to the gent recharge station, which you just go down either the left or the right ladder in that room we were just in, and go backward and up the ladder to the right. There's the gent recharge station. And this is also where there's a vending machine and the gent upgrade station. Here we should finally have enough tools to upgrade our pipe. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now we're going to return back down the ladder. And we're going to go through the tunnel. Here we'll go up the right ladder. And back into the previous room. Now from here, what we want to do is push the emergency overflow button again. As you can see, the ink did refill. And there's a small ledge here. We want to flow over to that raft with the boxes on it in the corner. And we're going to pull the switch along this wall here. And then back down, we'll flow all the way back to that ledge. Doing a little jump before sometimes can help push you there a little faster when you use your flow. I think I turned myself around a little bit earlier. But yes, we're going back to push the emergency overflow button again, but we are greeted by more amok followers. So I'm just going to run away and hide, which is going to de-aggro them. And I made a little bit of a cut there so you didn't have to sit and watch me waiting in the cabinet. And this way we can easily just banish them rather than have to fight them, which is much easier for us. You may have to do that a couple of times. Just run back to the hiding closet so that we can easily manage these lost ones. Again, we have to go and hide. These lost ones, they appear so often, and just when you think you're finished with them, more of them will appear. Usually there's 3 to 5, but in this instance, I think we end up having more than that. It's much more manageable on easy mode, obviously. Not just because the enemy's health is less, but there are less enemies in general. So I want to keep this as real as possible for everyone so that you understand exactly what happens. I do cut out a lot of the waiting, but I try not to cut out a lot of the enemy encounters because I don't want anyone to watch this and think, oh, well, I watched her play on hard and, you know, she had way less enemies than I do. She only had 3 and I had 6. So this gives you a realistic expectation of what's gonna appear in your hard playthrough. I certainly wouldn't want it to be said that, you know, oh well, we saw her start her game on hard, she must have switched over to easy. There is a point much later on in a completely different video where I do switch over to easy mode. I will explain why when we get there. It's not because of anything to do with enemy difficulty. It is basically, it's a glitch. I can't figure out why that happened, but I will always tell you, if I start this game on hard, I'm going to continue to play it on hard, and I want you to know what to expect. So even though we're doing basically enemy hunting at this point, we're just kind of tracking down every enemy and banishing them. This is all for your benefit. I want you to know exactly what to expect. I want you to know how many enemies are upcoming. And I don't want it to be said that I didn't make sure and give the most accurate and thorough guide that I possibly could. So with all of that being said, we've cleared out the enemies. We're going to go and push the emergency overflow button again to drain out all the ink. We're going to come through here, and now that gate has been opened to where we can go down to that area, and that's how we're going to progress forward. Obviously I am not progressing forward, I'm going backward, but yeah, to go forward, that's what we have to do. Here I'm just going to the vending machine to make sure that my health is full, and then we're gonna head back. This is a pretty straightforward area. It is sometimes confusing, but it's just because, like, here you cannot go forward. It's completely blocked. So you have to go up one ladder, around the wall and then down another ladder in order to progress. So now we're going to go forward, and there is a memo on top of this barrel. Make sure that you pick it up. If we go up this ladder from where you enter, it's on the left. This ladder is going to take us to the inkwell, where if we die, we will respawn. And there's also a jet charge station and a battery refill on the wall. It's not lit up because we have too many batteries, but if you ever run completely out of batteries, you can interact with the battery refills on the wall. They will be lit up when you can interact with them. And it'll give you anywhere from, 2 to 5 batteries. So here, that door, we have to open up that door. It's going to lead us to a boss encounter with a muck. There's 2 vending machines and a couple of slugs. This boss encounter, it's not just the boss, it's the boss and 2 minions. So when we come in here, he's basically gonna tell them to get rid of us. The door behind us will close, so we won't be able to leave. And I did use the shock pipe. On PlayStation, you'll hit R1 to charge it up, and then you get, maybe 4 to 5 seconds where every time you hit the enemy, they get a shockwave. So here we're going to recharge our pipe, and I think you can, for each fully charged pipe, you can use the shock 3 times before the charge completely runs out. For full transparency, this clip that I am using to show the trophy pop next in line for defeating a muck. This is the trophy that I popped on my easy playthrough. I lost the footage from my hard playthrough. That's why he went down in only 3 hits. So just, to be completely, fully transparent, he's going to be much harder to defeat than just 3 hits when you play on hard. I only used this clip because I lost my previous footage. So up here, you're going to see an edit right around here. This is going back to my hard playthrough. I just wanted to be able to show that trophy pop. So here we're going to come through, take a right, and we're going to speak to this Amok follower here. He's going to open up the treasure room, and there are quite a lot of items in this room. You can try to pick up everything, or you can leave a few food items if you choose to, because anytime that we come back, if we backtrack through here at any point in the game, when we come into the room where we defeated Amok, the 2 lost ones that are standing guard there and the 1 lost one that guards this room, they will not be hostile to you. They will always let you come in and out of this room freely, and they will not attack you. So if you want to leave the sandwich for later, just in case, you can, and you can come back at any time and grab that, and you will not have to defeat the 3 enemies that stay in this area. From here, as we exit, we're going to take the right, and we are going to pull this lever, which is going to open up a door back over where we first entered. So we'll go straight where the exit sign is. To our left there, that's the throne. We'll exit out again where we came in, and as we go down this ladder, you will see that there is a new door open when you turn left. There it is. And there is an access ladder that will lead us up to the surface. Here we're going to break the lock on that door. That door there we're going to open later. We cannot access that area right now. But we are going to see the city and get a small cutscene right here.
Oh, it's you. Where did you come from? Look, I'm sorry about earlier. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I really don't think you want to hurt me either, right? Good. Let's be friends then, okay? What do you say? You and me? Awesome. Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for the old Gent building. What's wrong? Is it a bad place? It's okay. I won't let anything happen to you. We'll go one step at a time. Just you and me.
And
Let's
here
see what
we
we can
get
find.
the Thrills and Spills trophy, which is for completing Chapter 3. So when we pick up on our next video, we will begin Chapter 4. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please remember to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the walkthrough so far. I know I've enjoyed it. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Always remember, Khajiit always has wares.